What's going on, everyone? This is X25 and welcome to some Beamng Drive. Now this is a game I've been wanting to have on the channel for quite some time now, and it's a pretty fun game, so I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good feeling that you guys are going to like it very much, so much in fact that we might even start the series and it might become one of the main games on the channel. So most of you probably haven't heard about Beamng. What it basically is that it's an arcade style game where you get to drive cars, you get to do whatever you want with them, and you also get to crash them. And the beauty in that is that it uses soft body physics in order for it to look as realistic as possible. So it's basically like crashing simulation games. Like Burnout Paradise, for example. Like one of the first ones that had soft body physics tried out. Anyways, we're going to get started right away, and as you can see here, there's a couple modes. There's campaigns, scenarios, free roam, time trials, bus routes, and career, which is not available to us right now. Bus routes, scenarios, and campaigns will all get their own video, but time trials is self-explanatory, so I'm probably not going to be able to. I probably don't need to do that and make it its own video. Now, if you click free roam, there's a bunch of maps of our choosing we can do. And we're probably going to start off with the original one, which is the grid map, and then there's like a bunch of spawn points, like corner, dirt path, outside, high-speed ring, and default. We're going to start at the default location. And a little warning before I go on the map. This game takes a while to load. And it seriously does. Like, believe me. It takes like a good 5 to 6 minutes to load. So yeah, it takes pretty long. So let's just spawn here. Okay, so as you can see, this is where we spawn, and this is the grid map right now. And you're always going to spawn with a default vehicle. You can't change it. in the garage, which is another completely different map. But we will get to that in a bit. Right now we just drive. You use the arrow keys for controlling the vehicle, like left and right and forward and backwards. The period key and the comma key are the blinkers. And the slash key are the hazards. N is the lights. And if you press it again, you get high beams. And then M is the light bar, because there are police cars and emergency vehicles in this game. And if you press M, it turns on the light bar. And then I know there's an R bar in that activates the siren, but I do not know that off of the top of my head. The hotkey for starting the engine is B, I'm pretty sure. Like if it's off, you press B to start the engine, but I might not be right on that. They might have changed it, the developers, when I mean that. If you press C, you get an interior view. This basically changes the camera view that you have. Here, you get a hood cam. You have an external cam, which is kind of like that cool cam that you see in action movies. And then you get the orbit cam. There are other cameras that you can add in the options, but I just have these cameras on for right now. Now, one main issue I have about this game is that if you adjust your settings, and then if you go back to the game, like if you exit out of the game and then go back to it, and later date, the settings will reset automatically. No matter what you do, there's no apply button, which they should add, by the way. Devs, if you're watching this, please add an apply button. That would be awesome. It'll be less annoying for you to adjust the settings. And yeah, I'm pretty sure everyone who's played this game has probably wanted that feature in the settings menu. But here we go. We just crashed the car, as you can see here. And apparently into the trees. And as you can see, this is what we mean by soft body physics, but it doesn't really look like it shows it quite a bit because you can't see because of the trees. But if we hit R, we reset it. If you hit insert, it'll basically recover the vehicle, which means it'll basically like reset it, go back, it'll go back, unflip the vehicle, it'll do whatever you want. So right now, let's just actually crash test this vehicle right into an appealing looking pillar you see over here. And we'll do one in full speed and we'll do one in slow speed, and we'll get to that in a bit. And apparently we broke the engine. But as you can see here, this is what we mean by soft body physics. Yeah. It looks insanely detailed and it actually looks realistic as well. Excuse me. But we're going to do the same crash again, except we're going to use the slow-mo for this. I gotta get over there first, though, before I do anything. Then, we're going to get the right camera angle, turn off the parking brake, and then we are just going to try and stay on the rail. Now, this is how you activate the slow-mo. You press the Alt key, you hold it, and you can't hold the acceleration button while you're doing it, and you have to press the left key multiple times, and that's how you get slow motion. And then to reset it, you press the right arrow key to put it back to real time. A pretty decent looking crash. On the bottom left hand side, we have a damage indicator. It shows which parts of your car are damaged, and it also changes color to show how badly damaged the parts are. So, for example, hold on, that was a bad example. Let me just back up into something. That would work. And sometimes the orbit camera does this. Like it goes to a weird camera angle. And there's a fly. So for example, if we crash into this or not. Come on, I need to at least crash into something here. That looks appealing. That's going to be easy to crash into the cubes over there. We're actually smoking a bit. I don't think this car's going to last very long. Here, why don't we just do this? See, as you can see, the doors are about a little bit damaged, so they show up green. But we reset, and there's also a free cam mode. To do that, to activate the free cam mode, you hold Shift and then you hit C, and you use WASD to control the camera around, and you also hold the right mouse button to like pivot the camera around. And then something else you can do, if you are on a laptop like me, you hold down the FN key and then you hit F7 to teleport. So yeah, you can teleport the car, maybe crash it, and then if you hit the reset button, yeah, it resets where you teleported the car. But if you hold down Shift and then click on the numpad on 7 on the numpad, which is also home, it'll go back to the original spawn point, which is a nice feature. Now, something else that they have, there's actually custom sounds, so I'm going to be quiet for a second and I'll let you hear those sounds. Okay, that should give you a pretty good representation of what the car sounds like. Now, if you press escape, you get this. It's called a menu app. And if you look over here, there's multiple icons. This is activating the normal things that you see, like free roam and scenarios and all that stuff. This is help, which is self-explanatory. These are a list of mods that you have installed. These are vehicles. This is vehicle configs, like it shows all the parts that are added onto the vehicle and shows all the parts that can be added to the vehicle. This is environment, which means you can mess with the environment. This is the track builder, which I'll probably will not get to because I haven't really paid attention to that. Replays, which basically replay if you just did something really cool and didn't catch it on camera. Luckily, you'll be able to replay it by using that. The photo mode is self-explanatory. The customized UI apps. So if you click on this, it shows all the current maps that you have installed, and you can add stuff like the AI, more vehicle damage apps, and all that stuff. Anyways, continuing. Here we have options, which is also self-explanatory, like settings. Debug, I do not know what that is, so do not ask. Performance, that shows you how the car is performing, obviously, and what the stats are. We have audio debug, and we have feedback, which we're not going to mess with. But what we are going to do is, firstly, we're going to reset the car. And over here we have multiple stuff. We have electrics, we have manage, we have couplers, We have powertrain, we have save, load, and fun stuff. So let's start with the fun stuff. We have fire, we have hinges, we have tires, we have boom, we have brake, we have extinguish, and then we have a back button. Back is self-explanatory. If we choose fire, the car will ignite on fire. And this is also another opportunity to show you what extinguish does. It basically extinguishes the fire. Just like so. Continuing on, we have hinges, which basically makes all the parts like the door, from like the doors and the hood, it just makes all of them fall off. And you can just basically drive away without them. And then you just hit reset to fix the car. Moving on, we have tires that basically deflate all of them. Yep. And they can just drive like this. With no tire circles there, and it actually goes pretty well. Huh, very interesting. Anyways, moving on. More fun stuff. We get boom. You probably know what this is. Yep. It's a fiery explosion, and it destroys the car in a massive inferno, apparently. And it's now, like, engulfed in flames. Anyways, we're just gonna reset the car there, and all the fire slowly goes away. And then I think the last one that we have is brake. It basically breaks everything on the car. See, like so, it breaks everything, like from the tires, from the tires to the frame, to the doors, to the bed, all the main stuff. The only thing that you'll have left, it'll be the cab, will be the main body, and the chassis. Those are the only things that will stay attached. Now, there's another cool feature. If we, let me go into free cam mode, because I kind of need to do this. Because if you hold control, and then if we go over here like so, you'll see these grabbing nodes, which means you can basically pull the car along. You can basically move it like this. And if we grab onto this, like so, let me put it on the ground. I do not want it. If you hit the scroll key, you can increase and decrease the strength. And if we have it at the highest strength, we can go fling. Hold on. I want it. I've had the same problem. Yeah, and there goes the car. And then we can just hit Shift C to go back to the vehicle. Oh yeah, something else I forgot to mention. Sometimes if you mess up the physics really badly, you get like these weird spiky things, which means you've gone too far, basically. Also, something else to know about the grabbing nodes. Hold on. I do not want to fling this thing again, so let's just set it back to 30. Or 20, that sounds good. If you middle click, it'll just hold the node there, and then you can, I'm pretty sure you can click it again to, oh no, you press F. Okay, no you can't. You press, okay, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. And I know you can detach it somehow. I think you middle click again. Yeah, you middle click it again to detach it. So, if for some reason you want to suspend your car like this, you can. You see? It just holds it. Just holds it like that. And then middle click it to, I said middle click it to, there we go. I do want to do something though that might be funny. Let's grab it by the tow hitch, if I can find a tow hitch. I'm pretty sure this is the tow hitch. Oh no, I'm pretty sure it's not the tow hitch. And why don't we just let it hang from there? And now we have a hanging car. Just like so. Yeah. It's pretty funny. And then if we want to, we can just we'll click it again. And it drops. And then it lands on its wheels. Okay, let's go back to the car. There's one more thing I want to show off before we switch vehicles. Why don't we just run into this tree so I can demonstrate it? Why don't we get some slow-mo in it too? So to do that, hold Alt, do that, do that, do that, do that. You gotta be quick about it sometimes. Or you can just freeze physics and activate the slow-mo from there. Oh, and if you hit the forward arrow key and go out of alt mode, it'll basically, yeah, go back to real time. Which is actually something I didn't know until now. And apparently no damage occurred from that. And yeah, I'm still in slow-mo. Let me fix that. Now let's actually try to crash into something. I see something very appealing over here. I know I'm going to hit it, so I'm going to get the alt key ready. I really wish there was a easier way to do this, but it works for now. Oh. That was a nice looking crash, actually. We kind of scraped it. And then if you hit the forward arrow key in the alt mode, it just basically goes back to real time. Now, why don't we just make it stop here? And then if you go to the menu, you'll notice this. Save. What this basically does is that if you reset the car, and if you want to get the damage again, you can just click load, and it'll spawn the car with that damage. You see there's a crooked bumper and the bent frame and all that. So anyways, let's reset that. And why don't we change the car? I said, why don't we change the car? Thank you. Hello? There we go. Now, as you can see, you have multiple cars to choose from. All these are stock vehicles in the game. I do not have any mods installed because I'm playing in safe mode. But all the mods I do have installed will all get their own video. But it probably won't be until later on in time. We also not only have vehicles, we also have trailers. From a utility trailer to a container trailer for the semi-truck. And a camper. And we also have a bunch of props as well. Like a Christmas tree. A rollover sled. A traffic barrel. Tire wall. Upright piano. Weight pad. Wood crate. Tilt board. I could basically go on and on, but I'm not going to list all of them. Anyways. We're going to get out a hopper. Which is basically a Jeep. That's made by a Japanese company in this game, apparently. And we're going to get the custom version because I would like this one for another section of the map we're going to be checking out. Now, there is two options on the spawn vehicle. You can either replace the one that you're currently driving, or you can spawn another one. We will spawn another one eventually to do some vehicle crash. And for a second, I thought it didn't spawn over. And as you can, and you might actually notice that it sounds a little bit different. So I'm going to be quiet for a second. Alright, so that should basically give you a good idea of what this sounds like. And I actually kind of like the sound of the motor when you just let it coast. In the bottom right-hand corner, I haven't gone over. We have a speedometer, we have a PSI gauge, which this vehicle is not required to have. We have an engine start and stop button. We have a low range gearbox mode and a high range gearbox mode. We have a differential lock. We have wheel axle. We have both drive shafts, and we also have both differentials.
How are you?
And this is also toggle all-wheel drive. We have a transfer case. Anyways, it went through that area pretty good.
So you just woke up like when I was talking on the phone?
So while we turn around and go to the next area, which is actually a walk crawling area, and this should be do a pretty good job over it. Hopefully we don't pop any tires. That would be terrible. Yeah, you just basically power through this section. The other section, I'm a little bit worried. Oh, jeez. Oh, we broke the drive shaft from that, apparently. Okay. And apparently the bumper's broken, it says, but this thing does not have a front bumper. But it doesn't matter if we broke the drive shaft because this is all-wheel drive.
We'll find out. Test if I have an issue for the
Anyways,
Can you please?
why don't we just freshen up the vehicle, and to do that, you can press insert, and then, yep, it's fully repaired. And as you can see, the damage indicator is not showing up right now. That's because there's no damage in the vehicle. It will slowly fade on the screen if there is damage caused. And I might be able to demonstrate that if I accidentally damage the vehicle. And if I do not get stuck at the first rock, yeah, you need to be a lot more careful in on this part, because it's got a lot of big rocks, and if you go at the wrong angle, it will basically damage your car and probably break the drive shaft. Why don't we turn a little bit over here? No! Dang it, I flipped. Hold on, recover the vehicle. Yeah, it automatically flips it over if you hold insert. And we're actually in the tree, which is a little bit worrying, but we got out of it. But we're out of it. Let's recover it here, so that way we do not have to go through that area again. There's actually another little area that I'd like to test out, which is over here. You saw me go through part of it earlier. It had the sand strip there, and then next to it there was grass and there was mud and all that stuff. So we're gonna go through each one of these. The first one that we have is kind of like a dirt path. Yeah, it goes over it pretty well. Probably because this is like an off-road vehicle. You'll really be able to tell the difference though in like a normal car. This is like to basically test what types of terrain a vehicle can go over. Because it's got everything, and that was a pretty good drift, especially in an off-road vehicle. And they're not really good to drift. And over here we have a grass strip. I'm pretty sure it's a lot more, I think it's a lot more slidey. Oh, there's a little dip there. Yeah, it's a little bit more slidey. Because grass is not really very good with traction. Yeah, see, we're braking right now and it's currently sliding to where it's currently sliding. Anyways, moving on to the next one as we just casually turn around and lift up a wheel off the ground, okay. Here we have a mud area. And it actually is not as deep as I thought it would. Well, these are pretty thick tires. And it's powering through very nicely. Oh yeah, I can see the dip now. It's slowly getting deeper. If you just sit it will... Yeah, there's a deep end. But now we're just going to power through the rest of it. Now, I was actually mistaken about the first path being sand. This next path is actually sand. And when I mean sand, I really mean sand. And we just popped a front wheelie there. Yeah, this is no ordinary sand. This is the kind of sand that you would like find on sand dunes and beaches, like a sandy white beach. And it's actually doing a pretty good job. Well, this is an off-road vehicle, so I'm not surprised. It's made for this kind of stuff. Although, it's pretty slugging. It's starting to slug. But we made it out in time. And I do not want to pop this thing up. Oh, we turn around again. And this part, I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to make. Because, yeah, it's water. Even though this thing has a snorkel, I think it's going to get, like, so deep that it's not going to be able to basically function. Where even the snorkel is going to be underwater, and it is not doing very good. Yep, there we go. There we go. And yeah, the engine's flooding. And the engine is hydrolocked. So, well, we just hit insert, and I did not mean to go back that far. That's alright, we could just drive out of here like so. Alright, the last one is actually ice. And we all know how slippery ice is. This is actually not as slippery as I thought. Oh wait, yeah, it is slippery. I shouldn't have done that, jeez. Oh great, oh great. But we made it through. And while we're still driving, we can go over to this next area, and we're also going to need to get a new vehicle. So while we try and flip this thing, because this thing is very top heavy, and it'll probably be easy to flip. Like so. Aha! Or go into the bus stop like that. While we pull on the parking brake. There we go. Okay, apparently the engine restarted there. It doesn't really matter because I want to get another vehicle. And we're going to get a rally car for this. And I know just the rally car to get. We are going to be getting the rally version of the Hirochi Sunburst, which is a sports car. So it should be good at this. Here we go. Let's see. I'm pretty sure we should get with the dual clutch transmission. And I forgot to mention this. All the vehicles, and including the mods, and all the maps that are currently in the game, and all of the map mods I have installed, they will all get their own video. So that way you can all see them. And why won't this... Is it... Oh, there we go. Now, for sure, I did not know why it was not putting power down. But yeah, this is like a very nimble vehicle. And let's try and like do a rally cross race. So like we pull up. And 3, 2, 1, go. We go. It's a slow start. But then we pick up speed as we go down here. Because it's downhill and because this car is very fast and very nimble. Well, in all, rally cars tend to be very nimble. Now, I'm not going for a specific time. I'm just trying to get through this without getting damage. And then after we get through this, we will probably find somewhere interesting to crash. Ooh, that was an interesting area. Kind of rode up on the cliff. And that's a tree. Oh, we actually went over the rocks. We hit the push, and dang it. Let's pull it back a little bit more. Whoa, pull it back a little bit more before we crash. Yeah, this is a good spot. Why don't we turn on the lights for this? Oh yeah, I forgot. I pressed L, thinking that was the lights. And it's the lights. Because it is kind of dark. And yeah, the rally lights do light up if you turn on high beams. And yeah, a lot more lights. And I just broke the car. Hold on. I got a better way to fix this. Teleport. Never mind. Not teleport. Well, we made it anyway. We were going to make it. It was almost there. See? This is the end. Yep. Anyways, let's go all the way down here. Sorry, there's a fly in here. I've been trying to get it for a while. And when we reset the car and change it out for something else, I'm probably going to change it for something, maybe a muscle car or something. I don't know. Let's see. Oh, ETK 800 series. Let's do that. If it will load up, that is. Yeah, sometimes it takes a little bit to load. And I'm probably going to get this one. The A54 TX. Now it does take a second to load, like I said. Now, why don't we go back to where we were at by hitting the home. Hello? What is wrong here? Hello? Still works. It's not frozen. There we go. Okay, now it should work. No? This is not home position. Hold on. Home. 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 Okay. Apparently the original spawn point got corrupted. That's interesting. I've never had that happen before. I'm gonna go over here though. And as you can see, this is a more modern car, and it kind of looks like a BMW. Well, it did look like a BMW until I crashed it. Let me back up a little bit. For this next thing I'm going to do. And it actually has ESC, in ESC mode. You just click it for a sport mode, and then it just automatically turns off. But we are going to actually spawn another vehicle. And I think I already know what I'm going to spawn, and it's going to be the Burnside Special. Now, this is more of like a classic 1950s car, and I think it's actually based off of an actual car, but I do not remember the name of the car in real life. Okay, let's sled V8. Let's see, which one do we want? I think we should do the V8 Supermatic. Wait, no. Let's do the... No, V8 Supermatic is fine. It looks nice, too. So that's a plus. And it will take a minute to spawn. I just wish that this game had like a crash test variant for each car. This game is mainly on crashing. Now, before I get into what I want to do, there's another control. So let's say if you want to switch through vehicles, you just simply press the tab key, and it will switch through either vehicle automatically. Now, why don't we just go all the way over here until we get into like the very corner. And you're probably already guessing what I'm going to do here. Hold on. That's the camera here. You're probably already guessing what I'm going to do here. I'm going to have a vehicle collision. First, I need to get some distance to get up to speed with this Burnside special here. And I also, the grids will actually help me in that. Oh, jeez. I'm going to spawn it over here. Aha! Oh! Yeah, that's not right. Hold on a second. Yeah, yeah, that's a bad idea. Hold on. Let's reset. Oh, great. Probably shouldn't have done that. Now that I think about it. Wait. What'd I do? This isn't good. Okay, I'm good. Nope. Actually, I just realized I could just do this. Yeah. I was trying to look all professional, though. Anyways, let's just go full throttle. Now, this is not really the fastest car in the world, which is kind of why I did this. Now, this actually has a nice interior, too. But once again, this will get its own video. Yeah, a little wonky up there. Yeah, it's not really the fastest car in the game, but it will do. And right, and a little bit before we crash, we are... Okay, I'd say right about here, we press J to freeze physics. Oh, yeah. Hold Alt. Hold on, slow-mo. Let's go 16 times slower than real time. And then unfreeze physics. Keep the hole going. And there's our crash. Oh, that was beautiful. And then we can just go back to real time. While we stop both of them. And let's take a look at the damage on both of them. Interior looks fine on this one. It's actually crashed very nicely. I like the way that it crashed. It actually didn't crash that bad. It actually looks pretty good. Okay, so let's tab over here. See how this one did. Yeah, it probably got the not very good impact either. It probably got the worst. It probably got the worst impact. The one that was worse. Because, yeah, that's around the driver's side. The driver would probably be injured. I think the driver would be fine on the other car. The hazards do come on when this one crashes. But for the other car, it doesn't. Yeah, but when it's not really a good demonstration here. Yeah, see? They're not on. It would be flashing. Yep. Anyways, let's reset both of them. And while we try and do a head-on collision here. And to do that, it's probably going to be very tedious to do. Because first I need to line up this one, save its spot. And then line up this one, and then save its spot. I really hope I can line up both of them perfect. This one looks pretty lined up, so let's save this spot. Now, freeze physics. I really hope this works. Accelerate. Tab. Accelerate. Now, if I did this correctly, they should both be going. Oh, well, you know, it worked! Now, for maximum satisfaction, we're going to freeze physics here. Free cam it. And get a little bit, oh, whoops. Get a little bit better camera angle for this. So kind of like this here. And we're gonna slow it down. And slow it down a little bit more. And now unfreeze physics. Now this should, now let's go 100 times. Yes. So we can see every single crunch. And smush. Oh, that looks so satisfying. Yeah, the sound's doing some weird stuff. Now that is a crash. Let's see how both of them did. This one actually I think did a little bit worse than last time. Oh, it's from the other car. Okay, we can see the engine for the other car. And over here, yeah, I think this guy's dead. Now let's check the other one. Yeah, he did a little bit better. He had a little bit better time. Yeah, but the other camera is still in the hood. Yeah, pretty good looking crash. So, we're going to do the same thing, but except we're going to have a little bit different outcome here. So, freeze physics, accelerate, and accelerate. Now, we're going to have kind of like those like half impacts where it's like this basically partially hits the car, and it's going to be close here. Oh, hold on, let's stop the R1 before it crashes into the wall. I didn't get what I wanted. That was kind of like an impressive crash though. Yeah, he scraped the other guy. This guy's back rear wheel axle's broken. And then this other guy, if I can move the camera, he just basically damaged the fender and bent the wheel maybe. So let's reset both of them. Now, we're gonna freeze physics, accelerate, accelerate, and then unfreeze physics. Now we're going to try and be a lot more precise here. Now we're going to freeze physics. Hopefully I did it right this time, and I do not know why I hit X. Okay. So I'm going to get a good camera angle for this. Oh, yeah. That's probably going to be it. Yeah, that guy's turning. So, we're going to go here. Wait, actually. No, I'm going to have it 16 times. Unfreeze physics. Now 100.